those of you, in case you don't know my name, I'm Susan Sun Nunamaker, and I'm the one who has invited all of you to come here. I'm really glad you showed up, and because what we're going to do is actually try to meet in person once every 2 months or so. And basically, I've been running Windermere Sun. The site is WindermereSun.com since the April of 2014. Come on in.
This is for the meetup.
Yes, yes. And, oh, feel free. Okay, if, for those of you who have not signed in, please feel free to do so, so it'll be easier for us to get in touch with you later. You can do it any time you want. And basically, WindermereSun.com has been in existence since April of 2014. Our focus is on Central Florida. And although the over a 1-2 year period, we have received readers from 144 countries. And basically, WindermereSun.com is an online publication promoting community activities, business collaboration for healthy, happy, and sustainable living. And I think all of you who are here are probably interested in these subject matters. What we routinely would do is for each session, each time we meet, which is about once every 2 months, we meet and have a main topic of discussion. And we invite 2 speakers or so, at most no more than 3. And then once we've gone through learning from these speakers, and sometimes we also interject our opinion or suggestions, and what we'll do is, the remaining portion of the meeting, we will actually get together and network, and we will actually, it's optional if you would like to be video recorded. We actually have a 30 to 60 seconds elevator speech for anyone who will be interested in telling others about what their organization is about and how to get in touch with them. Okay, so today I want to just recap quickly. Last session we were covering solar energy and electrical vehicle, and one of the attendants who was here called me, and because he's not able to get a sitter tonight, so he couldn't make it, but he wants to make sure that I pass on the message that he is starting, actually if you go to WindermereSun.com for today, these are already uploaded, and there are various links, and then 1 or several, 3 of which pertains to what Marshall Buchanan was talking about. He's starting Indiegogo campaign tomorrow. So the particular link pertaining to for his, he's actually running a what's called a ZEAL apartment. ZEAL, Z-E-A-L, stands for Zero Energy Apartment Living. And he's starting this project. He was here with us last time, and he was very enthusiastic. And actually, I have provided for you the links to the YouTube channel where his videos are uploaded. He would tell you what his project's about, and also help him, if you would, spread the words around and let more people know about what he's trying to do. Okay, and but keep in mind, the link pertaining to his campaign, the Indiegogo campaign, is not going to go live till tomorrow. All right, but today you can at least see the 2 other links. That's about what he's basically describing, what his project is all about. So this is another thing that I just kind of want to recap on and letting you know, so we can help. The idea for Windermere Sun Meetup Group is we try to help each other, give each other suggestions, and possibly even help each other to grow. And 2 other things I like to mention is I like to be able to throw out some ideas, like possibly we will do a field trip and together to see some of the natural farms, for example, Luc. And then also possibly somebody has been suggesting to me, because he would like to come, but he lives about 1.5 to 2 hours away. So what we're going to think about is, so far we're meeting in person once every 2 months, but we might add in the future virtual meetup. So what we'll do is probably 1 month we'll do the in-person meetup, and the next month will be virtual, and the following month will be in person. And talk to me afterward, and then see what you think about this idea. Okay. So today our topics on organic farming, organic gardening, organic food, organic product. So we have invited 2 speakers. Our first speaker is going to be Luc. Okay. Luc Duytsche. Duytsche. Okay. And Luc actually runs a natural farm with his wife Sonia, and he has been, I think, in Florida for 21 years or so, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think we're going to leave it up to Luc to tell you more about his farm, because I'm really very interested in finding out more about this chemical-free farm.
All right.
Okay?
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. So my name is Luc Duytsche, and my wife and I have been here, like Suzanne said, about 21, almost 22 years. I came here 25 years ago as a student. I studied horticulture in France, and I came to do a 2-month internship in the Clermont area, and fell in love with Florida. And so I just had to come back to Europe, finish my studies, and convince my wife to fly here. And so I've worked in several nurseries before starting our own business, and we started our business 5 years ago in Howey-in-the-Hills. So we're pretty much between the Lake Ridge Winery and the Yalaha Bakery, if you know those two areas. And we bought the property. We have a 5-acre property, so it's not a big property, but plenty enough to grow lots of plants and fruits. And we strictly grow edible plants and fruit trees. So we do a lot of tropical and non-tropical. So we do peach trees, nectarines, mulberries, blackberry, blueberry, and then on the tropical we do mango, bananas, lychee, longan, sugar apple. So we have at least 100 different types of fruit trees and plants that we grow. So our business is to sell the plant. We don't sell the fruits, we sell the plants in different sizes. We have little pots like those little strawberry plants, and then we have big mango trees in 65-gallon containers that are about 12 feet tall. And we also grow gingers, organic gingers and turmeric. I brought here for you to look at and hopefully buy from me. But, so we do turmeric, we do the pink or yellow ginger, and then we do Thai ginger, the spicy ginger. And we sell them at the nursery. We sell them in Orlando, Fresh 24, East End Market. And there is several kombucha makers that buy from us too. So they make kombucha with all 3 of our gingers. And then, so that's what we do. We sell at the nursery. We open Monday through Saturday. And we also do festivals. We do the Lou Garden Festival in the spring. And we go to Gainesville, Tampa, St. Pete. We did the Mount Dora Festival last weekend. So we do about 10 to 12 plant sales every year. And so that's our main activity. And the other activity is we give classes. So at the nursery we'll have about 6 or 7 classes a year where we show people how to grow strawberries, how to grow avocado trees, mangoes. And we had, 2 weeks ago, we had a class on the strawberries. We had about between 60 and 70 people coming. So every time we do the classes, we have more people coming. But how we started, I forgot to mention that, but 5 years ago when we started doing organic year-pick strawberries. So that was our main activity. And we did it for 2 seasons. And strawberries, to grow strawberries as a business is a big challenge, because it's here in Florida, it's really hard. There's a lot of diseases, a lot of bugs to deal with, and it's really it's a tough business, because you know when you pick the strawberries, your back hurts really bad. So
we'll come and help you.
They are doing on the street, you know, they are growing by the street, and people pick up by themselves.
Where?
Done by Silver Star.
Oh, really? In Orlando?
Yeah, the people lots of people going.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I know in Europe, most farmers grow strawberries in how do you call that? Trusses?
Troughs.
Troughs. Yeah, in greenhouses. So it's a lot easier to pick the strawberries and then you have less, I think probably less issues with disease and bugs when it's kind of off, what do you call that, also off the ground. It could still be organic, it doesn't have to be just pure hydroponics, but it's probably easier.
They have the vertical towers too, they grow
Oh, yeah.
forever, and those are nice. Yeah.
So that's kind of what we do. So we give a lot of classes, and when we do the classes, we have lots of people coming that actually end up buying lots of trees from us. So that's kind of the idea behind giving free classes. But today I wanted to explain how we actually do the growing on all of our trees. We are not certified organic, and Susan was asking, why. The main reason for us is because we grow such a wide assortment of plants. We looked into getting certified when we were doing the strawberries, and what we ended up realizing is that it was going to be a giant nightmare as far as paperwork, because basically you have to do a file on every single plant you grow. If you only do strawberries, I guess it would be easier. But if you have mangoes, avocado, papaya, each plant has to have its own file. And for each plant, you probably know better than me, but for each plant you have to say, these are all the diseases that we may encounter, and how you're going to deal with the issues. These are all the bugs that you can find, and how you're going to deal with each of those bugs organically, and then they will approve what you will do. So it's not just a matter of using unrealistic products. They have to approve every single one of those products that you're going to use. So for us, it was just, we're a small company. We would have to have almost like a full-time employee just to do the paperwork.
Have you looked into certified naturally grown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did back then, yeah.
That's more of a neighbor farm accountability type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we ended up realizing is that for us it's more a matter of trust. People come to us. Now we're not saying that 100% of the plants we sell are grown organically, because sometimes we have plants that we have not grown from the seed of the cutting. Like avocados, we grow thousands of avocado trees. Well, we don't do the grafting ourselves yet. So we buy little plants that have just been grafted, and then we'll babysit them for a couple of years. So technically, that plant was not grown organically from the get-go. So what we do is on the website, if you look at our website where we list all of our trees, we indicate which one was grown organically at our place from the seed of the cutting, and which one was brought in from other nurseries and then turned into chemical free.
What does it mean to you when somebody says grown organically? Because some people have apparently slightly different definition.
Yeah, for us, when somebody comes into our property or a 5-acre property, within the parameter, there is no use of any insecticide, no herbicide, and no fungicide. So that's our main thing. And
What about before you got there?
before we got them,
How do you know? Or how,
No,
before you bought your property, how many people sprayed stuff there before you got there?
well, the property we bought was a Bahia pasture that the neighbor had, and they were not even cutting it. So the property was there for 12 years.
And they didn't put any fertilizer on it?
No, they're still living next to us, and they're actually pretty cheap. They're really so cheap that they would not even feed the grass, but they didn't really care, because they were not using the property to cut the grass. There was just, are you familiar with Bahia grass? So Bahia grass, you could have a pasture and never water, feed, or do anything, and it will just look beautiful. So that's,
Well, why did they cut the field in the first place? Why did they plant the hay in the first
they
place?
didn't, well, I think they did plant it. The main reason for them is for tax reason. Because they had, the way they had it set up is they had a tax exemption, an ag tax exemption. So they were proving when you have when you can prove that you have a property that is used for agricultural reasons, your taxes are shrunk to
Right, but how was that part of it used for ag?
well, it's they were actually lying,
Yeah.
which
There you go.
now it's
Yeah.
not possible anymore because
You're supposed to have donkeys on it, or
well, it's not that simple. You have to have so many donkeys or so many
Right.
cows, and then you have to show that you get income out of the donkeys or the cows or the goats. Now, for us, it doesn't really matter too much what they may have done, and we know they didn't do anything because all of our plants are in containers.
oh,
None of our plants. Well, we have fruit trees in the ground in our experimental. We have like an experimental orchard where we have 9 different varieties of avocados, peach trees, and Yamamate, the Brazilian tea. So we grow those plants in the ground. So for those plants, that would matter. But for the plants we actually sell, they are off the ground, so they are not even in the ground.
so for those, did you have like a soil test done to test for
Yeah, the
stuff?
soil we use, like the little olive trees and the moringa and the strawberries, we use a soil called Promix plus mycorrhizal. So it's a cube that we buy. It's certified organic that we get from the distributor. It's mostly Canadian peat, perlite, and compost. So that soil is certified organic.
The reason I call and ask about organic, being certified organic is because I call around 12 or so farmers in Central Florida. They all say they are organic, but none of them is certified organic.
Right. So they're not supposed to say they're organic, and we don't say
But there
that
must
we
be
are.
a reason. I mean, why?
Well, they
Why
grow,
don't
they
they
can, they can grow organically
Right.
and use, even use certified organic products, but
Right.
if they don't get certified by USDA, then they're not certified organic.
Right.
Okay.
So,
So they wouldn't be able to reach other markets because this is a multi-billion-dollar industry
well,
now.
but the thing is,
So-
take our example here. What we're doing is, it's me,
Mhm,
and we have a full-time employee and a part-time employee.
mhm,
My wife is not part of the, she's not working on she has her own job.
mhm.
So if we sell, I don't know, $200,000 a year from that property, and we make so much profit,
Mhm.
to be certified organic with all the headaches and the nightmare would bring us maybe $50,000 more. So it's just a matter of money. Yeah, if
Mhm,
the reason why big companies are certified is the big companies in California, or the big growers that have thousands of acres.
mhm,
It's a big business,
mhm.
and they will sell to Publix, Whole Food, Walmart. They sell to the big buyers.
Is there any?
So that's why the little growers you may have called,
Right.
they can't even grow enough.
Yeah.
They can't even grow enough carrots or lettuce to sell to the farmers markets or to the people who come to them.
Mhm.
So why would they go through all that trouble to be certified?
Right.
You know, that's what I'm saying. It's just a matter of trust. When people come to us and they know that, you know, we don't use any chemical fertilizer or pesticides. You know, but I know there are people that are cheating. I know because there was a lot of I guess, how do you say that, when they go and they find out that people are not doing what they're saying they are doing. So that's a big issue. You know, like you said, if you go to the farmer's market and somebody's telling you that these vegetables or apples or whatever are organic, and you trust them, and you pay twice the price to get them,
Mhm.
and then you realize 5 years later that all that time you've been buying things that have been sprayed that come from Mexico or some other places, or even here.
Is there no way, is there anybody who can provide some kind of service that will help to reduce the cost of certifying?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, for me, it doesn't matter, because I'm not interested in being certified,
Okay.
you know? Because I don't have any plan to be big.
Oh.
I just want to stay small, you know, just do what we're doing, have more people coming and use that property to its maximum, but we're not planning to become millionaires or I guess I'm not like a normal
You just want to be
normal
helpful.
American, wanting to always be bigger and
What
a
about,
giant.
what about people coming to your education classes? What kind of age group are they usually?
We have we have people coming with their kids, grandkids, and we usually, when we have a class, we'll let, like when we did the strawberry class, we'll have the children plant some of the strawberries in the raised beds, and they actually enjoy it. They like playing with the dirt and getting their hands dirty. Yeah. So coming back to what we do to grow the plants, we believe strongly into the soil that we grow our plants into, whether they are in the ground or in little pots or big giant pots. The main goal for us is to create the healthiest root system. And so we use 3 main ingredients beside water to provide the best root system for our plants. The first one is we use a lot of worm castings. We raise our own worms, and then we use the castings three times a year. When we apply the fertilizer, we mix the worm castings with the organic fertilizer. The second thing we use that we have to buy, because if we raise in a farm, we probably would not have to buy it. But this is that's our fertilizer that we've been using for 3 years. It's called Sigma. You're familiar with it? It's composted turkey manure that has been enriched with mycorrhizal fungi. So we use this also 3 times a year in combination with the worm castings. You're all familiar with worm castings, right? Worm castings are pretty much worm manure. So you raise we raise composting worms that are red wiggers, and we raise them with all of our kitchen scraps, you know, potato peels, carrot peels, coffee ground, tea bags, cardboard, paper. We try to get Publix to give us all the unsold vegetables and fruits, but so far it's been hard because they'd rather throw that in the garbage.
Oh, I hope not.
But basically, you're raising worms in bins. We raise them in big bins, and then the worms eat all the organic matters, and they just poop out what they are doing, and then we harvest all that. It looks like a black compost, black potting soil.
How do you know that the stuff you get from Publix is organic that they're going to eat? So that when they poop it out, that's organic too.
Well, first of all, we're not getting stuff from Publix yet. So right now we just use our own, what we have from our own plants when we trim plants, and when we get from our house. And then the fertilizer that we buy, that it's unreleased, so it's approved for organic production. And then the third thing, which is in that fertilizer, is the mycorrhizal fungi. Are you all familiar with mycorrhizal? Mycorrhizal fungi, it's a mushroom, and it's everywhere. It's already everywhere outside in the parks, in the fields. But basically, what it is you have a mycelium part of the mushroom that will make a symbiosis with the plant roots. So what it does is you have the small filaments of the mushroom that goes around the plant roots and actually goes inside the roots. And what it does is, it basically, if you have a root with so many roots, that much roots, the mycelium of the mushroom will transform that little roots into huge roots. because it's like an extension of the root system. And the mushroom will bring water and nutrients that could be 10 feet away from the plant and will feed the roots of the plant. And in exchange, the plant provides sugar to the mushroom. So basically, what we're doing is we're just enriching our soil with the mushroom to improve the root system.
Excuse me. So sometimes people go to mushroom farm, they get after the mushroom grows up, the leftover.
Yes.
They are getting them using vegetable. Are they good idea?
Well, we don't use it, and the main reason why we don't use it is because in order to grow the mushrooms, they add a lot of ammonium to the mix. So what you can get from that place, we're talking about the place in Apoka.
Yeah.
It works. We know people that use it. It works, but it's just for us. We don't want to use it because they are adding things, and it's probably not a big amount, but they're still adding things that we don't want to have in our plants. Yeah, it's cheap, and it works, but it's not organic.
Not organic. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Well, tell us about your next classes. When would it be?
So the next class will probably be in January or February. We'll have classes on blueberries, how to grow blueberries, how to grow avocados and mangoes, and we usually do the classes when the plants are blooming, either when the plants are blooming or when they have fruits. So we may do two classes on the blueberries when they bloom and when they're ready to pick. So when people come to the nursery, we'll do the class, and then they'll go around and they'll pick the blueberry fruits from different varieties, so they can taste all the different varieties that we grow. So it's gonna be probably January. We'll do January, February, and March
Okay.
Where do you hold the class? Here?
at the nursery where we
Oh,
are.
the
Howey-in-the-Hills.
Howey-in-the-Hills.
Where's the best place for people to go to find out about these classes?
The best place would be on our website, naturalfarm.com. We also have a meetup group. It's the Central
Do you have your own meetup?
Meetup. Yeah, it's the Central Florida.
That's your website.
That's the website there. It's Central Florida Organic Foodscapers.
You want me to scroll down?
You
Or?
see,
Is that at East End Market that we had the meeting?
Central Florida
we did one there. We had
Foods
we did a presentation there, but no, all of our classes are at the nursery.
Right, but the Central Florida Fruit Group, they meet it.
Oh, that's another. Yes.
That's a different group.
It's the,
That's
yeah,
not the
that's
one.
the fruit society, you know,
Ah,
Central
yeah,
Florida
yeah,
Fruit
yeah.
Society.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. It's a big group. That's
Yeah,
a
it's a
good
big group.
you could to schedule an event, plant sale, or you can send. Or you can
Yeah, so when
contact you, right?
if you go to events, I don't know if we have removed.
Oh, in here.
So we
It was
still
one
have.
just last one.
I need to remove that one, but see, we did. That's the last class we did there on the strawberries. If you go there. So we'll have it, and then we have a link to the meetup group. So people go to the website, to the event place,
A natural farm.
and then you click
A
on
natural farm.
Right. A natural farm.
naturalfarm.com.
Naturalfarm.com?
A
A
natural
natural.
farm.
Yeah.
It's a big A.
Do you have
Oh,
cards?
it's
It
also
doesn't
on.
matter.
Just if you go to WindermereSun.com, we have all the links,
Oh, yeah.
including this.
So by going to the meetup group, then you can sign up.
Yeah.
All the classes are free, so we don't charge for the classes, and they usually last 1 to 2 hours. And starting next year, what we'll do is instead of me giving all the classes, we'll start having other people giving classes. Our goal for this coming year is we're planning to build. We just built some new greenhouses, and one of the greenhouses is going to be the fruit trees will be grown in the ground, inside the greenhouse. So we'll have mangoes, lychees, longan in the ground. So when the children come or whoever comes, they can walk through the greenhouse and see mature fruit trees producing fruits.
So is this your farm like that? Looks like that?
Yeah, this is some of the classes we gave here. That was one on blueberries, tomatoes. This is in the winter when we do the classes, we do it in the greenhouse. So that's one of the class on the right. This must have been on peach trees. We do the class on peach here. This was probably strawberries there.
Is that the nursery up on the right? Is that where you have class?
Yeah, this is all of our nursery.
Oh.
And then let's see if you go down. Some,
It looks like a big place.
yeah, it's getting there. This is and we have schools coming. We had Lake County schools come, Montessori schools came several times. This is still when we were doing the strawberries there. Those are some old pictures.
But you don't do strawberries anymore?
Not the fruits, no. And this is in Winter Garden. Winter Garden is one of our biggest plant sale in April. We're always in front of the city hall.
But you know that the farmer's market.
We did it last week and the previous. So we've done it 2 times, and mostly to sell our turmeric and our ginger and to promote the nursery. We had the banner, if you, no, it's not there, but anyway, we had a yellow banner that says Natural Farm,
In the two,
and the goal was mostly to promote our company. I'll probably go back. I could not go myself. We had a friend doing it for us because we had our Mount Dora plant sale, but I may go once, probably in December. And we collected a lot of email addresses when we did it.
Okay.
The winter garden market.
Yes,
That's on Saturday, is it?
Saturday, from 9 to 2.
excuse me, I saw the turmeric they grow in India. Are they grow well in the Florida soil?
We grow them in pots,
In the pot?
but I think they will grow in the soil also. Yeah, we have.
I saw need more hot, places.
No, no, they do well.
Oh, yeah?
They go dormant in the winter. So they start growing for us the first part of April, and they'll grow from April until about December. And then all the leaves die off.
So just stick in the ground.
Yeah, you can plant those. See, this is how they grow. Pretty much, those are the roots, and the leaves are about 5 feet tall.
Oh, they go that big.
Yeah,
And they like the shade, right?
they like the shade. Yeah, we grow them in the shade.
Oh, the shade.
They get 70% shade.
Oh, I didn't.
But you can grow them in the sun too. They just won't get as tall.
So shade, 70% shade is better.
For us, yeah, that's what
Oh,
we do.
it's nice to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one is all the
And this is
ginger
the
grows in the shade too, right?
yeah, all of our gingers, the yellow, pink, the turmeric, and the Thai. We grow them all in the same area in the shade.
So those turmeric, ginger, are they a very similar kind of the stuff? Need shade and
Yeah,
kind of a very similar type of the,
yeah. And then they like a lot of water when they're growing in the summer.
or lots of water.
But in the winter, when they go dormant, you don't water them. If you have some in your garden, you just let them. If it rains, they'll get the water, but don't overwater, because you could have root rot on the roots.
And you also have trees, right? Trees. Do you have any tropical rainforest trees?
Tropical rainforest trees.
I know there's excuse me, the herb called podako, and I've been thinking, I would like to grow that.
Oh yeah.
It's a different, well.
Maybe we could. We do a lot of olive trees. We brought little ones here, but we grow olive trees from that little stage to 10-foot trees.
And they like to be in the sun, I bet.
Full sun. Yeah.
Are they suitable in the Florida weather? I thought it's California.
You would think so. Yeah. We had another French friend in the Tampa area. They brought olive trees from California back about 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and they started growing them, and they realized that they were doing very well. So now many more nurseries are growing them now. They do super good.
A surprise.
From Miami, they grow from Miami all the way to Atlanta.
Well,
Hardly down to 12 degrees.
So how many years takes to get the
For the
fruits?
smallest we have here,
Yeah.
about at least 4 years, 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, that was really good. Well, I think we should probably try to get to visit your farm sometime,
Yeah.
maybe a field trip for all of us. Okay, so now we are gonna have our second speaker, Dave McLean, and he's been. Oh, do you need to?